that would be helpful. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. If you are just joining in, it is being recorded. It is going out live on Facebook, so you can catch it there if you miss a few minutes here. I hope everybody's doing well and staying as safe as possible right now. We need to let you know that we have been notified that individuals in our school have tested positive for COVID-19. We've begun the contact tracing, and the school is going to undergo a full environmental cleaning. So we're bringing in a company to do a full environmental cleaning, to fog every single space in the entire school. So while we do that, in an abundance of caution, all students, all middle high campus students, Somerset College Prep middle high campus students are going to continue their education via remote live instruction. That's our RLI virtual model starting tomorrow, October 27th, Tuesday, October 27th, until further notice. If you have siblings that attend our sister schools, if you have siblings that attend Somerset Academy Bethany or Somerset Academy St. Lucie, we're asking siblings to also transition to remote live instruction tomorrow. So all middle high students and siblings that attend SAB or SASL to transition to remote live instruction. Please understand that Somerset must treat information about the individuals confidentially. We can't provide specific information about the person's circumstances. We ask that you monitor, all of you, please monitor your children closely for symptoms of COVID-19 for the next 14 days. If you or someone in your household exhibits symptoms or tests positive for COVID-19, please notify us immediately so that we can begin tracking any other potential outbreaks. Please be assured that all personal information will be maintained confidentially. We will continue to monitor the situation. We'll be continuing to communicate with you as we receive updates. We're confident in our RLI program. We did that in the spring. It went off very well. We've been doing it all semester. We're proud to be able to offer our students a continued Somerset education through RLI. And we're going to get through this. I know that you guys have questions. If you are on Facebook, go ahead and feel free to post your questions. Ms. Greenwood is watching there. If you have questions here, go ahead and post here. And Mr. Treator is watching those. They're going to read those questions to me so that I can answer those questions for you. There's going to be a lot of questions that I cannot answer. Your teachers are going RLI in the morning. You guys are all going RLI. You guys all know your collegiate login information. Click on log into collegiate, click on your teacher's face. So phone calls and emails and tech support and stuff like that, as we did in the spring and as we did at the beginning of the year. Okay, Mr. Treator, what questions do you have?
There was a question about the PSAT on Thursday. I answered that if we are on campus on Thursday, it will be administered. Otherwise, it won't.
Okay. Any other questions?
Someone asked what if we don't have a computer?
So if it goes beyond tomorrow, then we'll make arrangements to pick up that tablet thing that we've been giving out. If it goes beyond tomorrow. Ms. Greenwood, what questions do you have on your end?
I'm not seeing anything on the Facebook page at the moment.
Okay.
So far, so good.
Okay. Again, right now, this is for tomorrow so that we can bring a company in and have the entire school environment undergo a cleaning and sanitization. So I don't know anything beyond tomorrow right now, but starting tomorrow until further notice, we are going to be working on sanitizing the school and we'll be in constant communication. So as far as timeframes, we really don't have anything other than that. Okay, any other questions? So there's a handful of our student body who will have the health department reaching out to you. Please follow whatever instructions they give you. Do whatever they ask of you. Again, if you have siblings, if you are a middle high student or a middle high parent and you have children at SAB or SASL, those children also need to go RLI. If you have siblings at either of the other two campuses, those children must also go RLI. Any other questions?
Someone asked about picture day.
It's going to have to be rescheduled, I assume.
Yes.
Okay, so it was originally scheduled for Tuesday and Wednesday of this week, so that's tomorrow and Wednesday. They'll be rescheduled. We'll get a new date and time information out as soon as we have that information.
Are we looking for a full 14 days of RLI?
Again, at this point, I can't say. Right now, I can tell you that tomorrow that we're going to go RLI. For tomorrow, that's as far as I know right now.
All right. Two people have asked about specifically about being alerted by Miss Peggy. Are they required to show a negative test before returning to school?
If you're receiving specific phone calls from us, I know there was probably about 80 of you last week that got phone calls from me and Peggy until all hours of the night. And I know that today lots of you have gotten phone calls. If you've been given specific directives, those are the directives that you need to follow.
What about dual enrollment?
If you are in dual enrollment and we're asking you to do RLI, I would say that in an effort to protect those that you would be around on the college campus, that you should do the same.
To clarify, do you mean the ones that are getting specific phone calls or everyone in general?
I don't understand the question.
If this student is dual enrollment and they haven't received a phone call from us, do they still go virtual for dual enrollment?
I'm going to say use the best judgment on that. I can't speak for the university, for the colleges. I can't speak on their behalf. Other questions?
Does this apply to all 3 Somerset campuses?
No, again, Middle High Campus, Somerset College Prep, Middle High Campus, 725 Northwest California is going to, for tomorrow, starting tomorrow, transition to full RLI so that we can sanitize the environment and we'll communicate further out. The only thing that applies to SASL or SAB is if you are a sibling. If you attend SASL or SAB and you have a sibling at the Middle High, we would ask that you transition to RLI. And again, this is in an abundance of caution to make sure that everything is cleaned and sanitized and that everybody is safe. Other questions? Any other questions? Anything on Facebook, Ms. Greenwood? Okay. Okay, so again, please monitor. Please let us know if you or your family members begin to develop symptoms. Please be careful. And if you know of students or families that are not receiving the text blasts, don't know about this Zoom meeting, aren't on Facebook, please share this. Please help get this information out. I'm going to blast the link to the Facebook live video for anybody who logged in late. I'm going to blast that out in a few minutes. And we're going to get it emailed through Skyward and Schoolman. So you may get it 15 times, but I'd rather everybody get it than, somebody not get it. Obviously buses won't be on the road tomorrow, things like that. Okay, any other questions?
Yeah, there's a couple more now.
Go ahead.
Someone started in late, so they were asking does the entire school go virtual tomorrow?
Yes,
Yeah.
all of the middle high campus is going virtual tomorrow.
Okay, somebody's asking for codes for the Zoom rooms.
It's in their collegiate accounts, I believe, and they just need to log into their regular collegiate account. Their teachers' links should be right there on the right.
That is
Yeah.
correct.
Will we have somebody at the front answering phones when they have issues with Collegia/Zoom?
I don't think we've renewed our burner phone. Andrew, I know you're on the line. Are you able to unmute and tell me whether or not we renewed our burner phone to forward calls to?
We have not renewed that phone. I think we stopped renewing it in June, I think it was.
Okay, so as soon as we get off this public video, if we can work on making that happen by tomorrow morning if possible, or maybe we can forward calls. I can't have anybody at the campus while it's being fogged and sanitized and cleaned. So I'm going to go with we'll do our best. I'm going to say reach out to us through email. IT, what is the support email address for IT?
Support at somersetcollegeprep.org.
Support at somersetcollegeprep.org. So let's go there for help with getting on tomorrow. Okay. Any other questions?
Extracurriculars.
Canceled. And for tomorrow, definitely canceled. Did we extracurriculars like tutoring and clubs and
Soccer.
okay, tutorings and clubs, the things that can happen RLI can happen RLI. Same as in the spring. The things that require physical presence, no. If there's practices and conditioning, that is canceled for tomorrow. If it is games, I don't know if we have any games scheduled tomorrow. I don't think we do. I think it's just practices and conditioning. So I'm going to say it's canceled for tomorrow. If it can happen RLI, it will. If it can't happen RLI, then no. Other questions?
Asked and answered already, but PSAT, another PSAT question. Again, that's not a test that we can schedule. That's given to us. The dates are given to us. So if we are open and able to host, we'll have that PSAT on Thursday. Otherwise, we can't. A student asked, what if we don't have a computer tomorrow? You had answered that if we stay remote for longer than a day, that we'd hand out the tablets. Can they still email support if they are in need of a tablet?
Yeah, they can email them. Yeah.
All right. So Andrew put in the chat that you can email support at somersetcollegeprep.org.
For assistance. Okay.
Yeah, for any tech assistance or the I need a tablet assistance.
Parents, if you are seeing phone calls from the school, especially right now, last week, this week, please don't assume that your kid's in trouble or it's anything bad. Please answer the phone, because right now we're doing a lot of personal phone calls for contact tracing purposes and to give you information that you need to keep your families safe and healthy. So please make sure you're answering the phone when you see the calls from the campuses.
Yeah, if it's a call from our campus, it's not a computer calling you. It's always going to be a person.
Okay. All right. Ms. Greenwood, any questions over on the Facebook? The fact that there aren't is concerning me. I'm worried that this didn't actually go Facebook Live, even though it says it did.
It
It is
did.
live over there.
Okay, it is live? All right. Okay. Wait, how does Sassel RLI if their teacher doesn't do virtual? Ms. Roach, that's going to be a question for you. So I think the parent is referring to siblings. If they have siblings so if you have siblings at SAB, at Somerset Academy Bethany, siblings from the middle high at SAB, you know that we go back and forth, so that's not a problem. If you are at Sassel and you have a sibling, Ms. Roach, that question's for you. I have to unmute you. Okay, I'm sorry. Did that work?
There I am. Okay. Hi. For second through fifth grade, SASL students can do remote live. They'll have to reach out to the teachers directly. If they already have their Collegia information, it's the same Collegia access to log on to their homeroom teachers. They can start with their homeroom teacher and they'll follow that. They'll follow their schedule as usual with all of their classes for third through fifth. If they are in second grade, they'll stay with the second grade teacher the entire day. For kinder and first, we don't have the remote live instruction for kinder and first. So they will receive assignments and will be marked as excused absences.
All right, any other questions? Okay, so one more time, I'm going to go ahead and blast out the link to the Facebook Live video so everybody has it, especially for those of you who came on late. Mr. Gutierrez, I believe you're on here. If you can do me a favor and also put it on the school's YouTube page as well, that would be helpful.
Okay.
And then answering questions again. Parents support at somersetcollegeprep.org for technical support. If you have specific questions regarding phone calls that you may have received from us, give Miss Peggy a call, myself, Mr. Treador. I believe we were the ones making calls, so I believe we should be able to answer most of those direct questions. If you did not receive a direct call, answer your phone if your phone rings. And if you have information, and please parents, this is huge. If you have information that we need, please make sure we get it. Tracing in school, we can do that. We've got cameras. We know where the kids are. We've got their schedules. We can follow them around the school. We've got it on the buses. What we don't have is exposure outside of school. So when your kids are hanging out together outside of school and they're spending the night at each other's houses or hanging out or whatever, and there's exposure and you don't tell us, and then they come to school because they're not symptomatic, we can't track that. We can't trace that. Parents, if your students are hanging out together outside of school and you have information that we need in order to keep the entire student population and our teachers safe, please get that information to us. Please don't make assumptions. Please get that information to us. Okay. All right. Have a good night and stay safe, and we'll be in touch. Thanks.